Today, I'll be attempting to beat a hardcore nuzlocke of Pokemon Scarlet using only shiny grass type. There's just a couple of problems though. First up, shiny Pokemon are extremely rare, and it can take tens of hours just to find one. And worst of all, Paldea just hates grass types, with like 5 boss battles being direct counters. I'm gonna call this group the Weed Killers. And if I had any chance of surviving this challenge, I'd have to find the strongest shiny grass types in Paldea. And like any adventure, this begins with our starter. This Sprigatito can never be shiny as it's shiny locked. So I name him Compost and I sacrifice him to fertilize a bunch of eggs in hopes that one will be a shiny. And even with using the Masuda method, this took over 4 days and over 2,000 eggs. I will say though, there is no better feeling than finally seeing that shiny hatch after going over odds. And this time was no different. Oh! Yes! Oh my god, yes! Oh, dude. Why is it whenever I try to do Masuda hunt for Sprig, it takes forever? Oh my god. Finally though. We were like, what, it's like 600 and something? We were like 4 times over odds, at least, if not more. Oh, but we did it. That is the most gratifying shiny I've gotten in a while, I think. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cute too. God, I love this Pokemon. I love this shiny too. Let me know what you think about shiny Sprig. I feel like it's a bit of a 50-50. I love it though, and that's all that matters. Oh yes. Legends! I have some quick and very exciting news to share. 2 of the world's best games are coming together in a massive event. That's right, Assassin's Creed is collaborating with Raid Shadow Legends, who is supporting today's video. I remember when I was a kid, I got this statue for pre-ordering Assassin's Creed 3. So it's super cool to see that 5 iconic assassins are joining Raid Shadow Legends. All you need to do to unlock Ezio, quite possibly the most iconic assassin of all time, is to log into the game for 7 days. I mean, look at him aura farm. If this isn't getting you pumped, then I don't know what will. He's also like Giga OP, being able to use his skills to debuff enemies before using his hidden blades to assassinate their defenses. Edward, Bayek, Basim, and Kassandra can be earned through dedicated events, tournaments, and summon boosts. And if this sounds like a lot as a new player, don't worry, because Raid is also giving new players a huge starter pack that will give you a legendary champion, and then 2 more epic champions at level 10 and 20. But you have to use my link in the description or the QR code on screen now to get this massive head start. And you'll want to be quick about it because the Assassin's Creed event is only on for a limited time. Also, if you're a new player, within the first 48 hours, you can pick one of these codes for a free legendary champion. I'd suggest Wukong for a strong early game, or Alice the Wanderer to help farm dungeons and events. Using my code not only helps you get the best start in Raid, it also really helps the channel. And it helps feed little Ashy. So thank you, and thanks to Raid for sponsoring today's video. I named this absolute cutie Mint, and while he can destroy Nemona and the Team Star Grunts, and boy does he enjoy doing it, he's going to struggle against Katie as she's the first member of the Weed Killers. Yep, it's happening already. Her deadly bug types would just love to devour the leaves of any grass type that crossed their path. Well, except for one. Oh, wait. That's a shiny Hoppip. Oh my god. Hey, bud. Oh, you're so cute. Hello. Oh, I love this Pokemon so much. Oh my god. Hello. Oh, he's walking to us. I mean, so are the pink ones, but we don't care about those ones. What's up, guys? Just here to steal your little friend. Let's get a closer look at him. Oh my god. Wait, does this affect wild Pokemon? Oh my god! Ah, you're so cute. Oh, if anything happens to you, I am going to be so heartbroken. Look at his little hops. Guess that's why they call it Hoppip, huh? I get it now. I do. That's awesome. All right, cool. All right, let's see those sparkles. Yes. This floating ball of happiness is a bug type's worst nightmare, especially when we travel to grab one of the strongest flying type moves in the game, acrobatics. This move has an insane base power of 110 when the user isn't holding an item. This allows Basil to tear up Katie's first two bugs, getting a clean one-hit KO onto both of them. Katie's Teddiursa, on the other hand, is a lot bulkier and survives Basil's attack with yellow HP. It then retaliates with a Fury Cutter that Basil easily tanks, allowing him to claim the KO with one more acrobatics, winning us the first badge and defeating the first member of the Deadly Weed Killers. Basil single-handedly saved us from an early wipe, but it left Mint feeling jealous and hungry for battle. Like, he's really not happy we benched him. Mint yearns for battle, and who am I to deny him? Luckily for the both of us, the Stony Cliff Titan is our next opponent, and it's one of the few matchups in Paldea that favors our shiny grass types. But that doesn't mean it can't deal massive damage to Mint, as his magical leaf triggers the Titan's Anger Shell ability, giving it an attack boost. This then in turn boosts the power of its Vice Grip, and if that crit, then Mint would have died here. Thankfully, we avoid that fate, and one more magical leaf ends phase 1. Despite the potential death there, Mint is still feeling super confident for phase 2. I mean, look at him, he's low-key mogging the Titan, and he continues to mog in the battle, shaking off a Vice Grip like it's nothing, to then land 3 magical leaves, defeating phase 2. Dude, just take a gander at that satisfied look on his face. Mint is just so proud of himself. He's so pumped by his victory that he evolves into Florgato, doubling both his size and his urge for battle. However, he will once again be sitting on the sideline, as Basil will be the star in the Brassius show. Now, after looking at Hoppip's less than super stats, you might be questioning my sanity. And yes, Basil may only have a depressingly low base 35 attack stat, but I can pick up the TM for Sword Stance, one of the best setup moves in the game, turning him from a friendly Basil to an attack Basil. Call him Aaron Bager, dude. You know, like Jaeger, but with a B, because his name's Basil, but he's also an attack Basil, like how Aaron is the attack Titan. I'm not apologizing. My plan seemed perfect. Set up a sword stance on Brassius's weak Petalil, then click the acrobatics button. There was no way such a simple plan could fail. Okay, that's fine. Should Trailblaze here? No! No, hold. No! Basil! No way. Oh, normally Trailblazer's there. Oh, I wonder if because it saw the kill, it reprioritized Rock Throw. Oh. Could I even outplay that? I don't know. Oh, came in. God, that sucks. Well, that's really sad. I only had Basil for a short amount of time, but I can genuinely say I loved this little guy. At least he left Sudowoodo low enough for Mint to finish off the battle. Mint got his time in battle, but at what cost? We lost Basil, one of the cutest grass types in the game, and we didn't even get to see the adorable pink Jumpluff, one of my favorite shinies. This might be one of the hardest hitting Nuzlocke deaths I've experienced in a very long time. I guess in the end, all I can do is say goodbye and try my best to make sure this never happens again. Which is going to be difficult because we are up against the second weed killer, and this one might be the most dangerous out of the 5. We are up against the Sky Titan Bombardier, and there was no way Mint could take on this imposing Titan all by himself. I don't think you can, bud. Come on, man, don't be like that. Oh, he's having a defiant nap. Fair enough. Despite Mint's enthusiasm, I was in desperate need of some new shiny grass types, and with Basil's death, our cuteness economy was about to crash, so we needed a high-end, adorable stock to boost it back up. Can you tell that I know nothing about investing or the economy? Anyway, my next target was the adorable and ever so reliable Skiddo. Whenever anyone asks me what shiny they should hunt, I always say Skiddo because it's a pretty easy one. All you need is a grass encounter sandwich and a bit of patience, and eventually you'll find one of the cutest shinies in the game. Oh my god, it just spawned in existence. Out of existence? No, in existence. Oh my god, look. Oh, man, I caught that. I feel like I caught that so quick. Hey, bud. Oh, what a beautiful shiny. It's a girl. Sweet. Oh, it's so cute there. Great ball. One ball, one ball. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, dude. All right, nice and easy. That one was pretty quick. Like, not even an hour, so I'm more than happy with that. I wasn't done hunting though, as I wanted to find a shiny Steenie. This is a Pokemon that I just forgot exists, like, in general, but looking at Serena's stats, it looks like a super solid Pokemon and one I'd love to have on the team. And much like Skiddo, there's no real method here, just a grass encounter sandwich and a bit of anime and YouTube on the second monitor until, well, this happens. Dude, no way. No way. Oh my god. I was like, one of my first picnic resets too, because I was like, man, running around's stressful because I was seeing so many. Hey! Donk. Oh, this shiny's so sick. Oh, it's so sick. It's another girl. Actually, can this Pokemon be male? Is this one of the gender exclusive ones? I don't know. Anyway, Steenie, so sick. Its little cry's adorable. What the heck? Woo, okay, cool. Sage and Parsley both have incredible shinies, and we've more than recovered the team. But we don't move on without Basil. We move on with Basil in our hearts. But if we run this current team into the Sky Titan, I'll be moving on with another run altogether, as they're all weak to the Weed Killer's dangerous flying type attacks. And well, there are only 3 grass types in the game that take neutral damage from this monster's attacks. The first one that came to mind was Rotom Mo, an electric grass type, but we can't get the Rotom catalog until we've beaten Kofu, so that's quickly off the list. Next up was Cornerstone Ogerpon, a rock grass type, but not only is it shiny locked, it's also a legendary and would be banned either way. But there is one grass electric type that isn't shiny locked that we can get right now. It's native to the Hisui region and is a new form of an iconic Pokemon. I'm of course talking about Hisuian Voltorb. To get this shiny, I would once again have to use the Masuda method, and just like Mint, it was another grueling hunt that went way over odds. But as I mentioned before, it just makes it all the more exciting for when it does finally shine. Oh my god, 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 oh my, yes! After not doing Masuda for I think it's been like 3 months, having 2 back-to-back, like, almost 5-day shiny hunts over odds has been brutal. It has not been welcoming me back nicely at all, dude. But we did it. Shiny Voltorb, and it looks so good. Oh my, like, it is beautiful. Oh my god. Anyway, we finally did it. Now we could probably have a good chance against Bombardier now. I was getting worried about it, but you saved us, little Voltorb. Took you like I don't know, 4 standard business days, but you got here. Okay, I've got a theory. Voltorb and Electrode have to be the favorite Pokemon of whoever is in charge of shinies. What do you mean both forms get absolute heater shinies? They may have the looks, but he's still lacking the power for me to feel confident in this upcoming battle. Luckily for me, Hisuian Voltorb has a new evolution method, where instead of evolving at level 30, it now evolves with a Leaf Stone, which means we get a fully evolved Electrode, and god, this shiny, it looks so good. I then do a bit of traveling to find the TM for Thunderbolt, giving Bay an incredibly reliable and strong electric type attack. I also gave him the magnet to boost said electric type attack, which results in one of the breeziest Sky Titan fights I've ever had. And I'm being fully serious when I say this, but without Bay, I don't think this fight is even possible. So thanks Bay, and thank you for watching this far into the video. I know I got you. And hey, if you made it here, you're probably enjoying yourself, so consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It really helps the channel, and I'm trying to hit 100k subs in 2026. Also, if you're on mobile, maybe consider hyping the video. I'm still not 100% sure what it does, but hey, it's gotta help surely. Also, let me know in the comments your goals for 2026, and if that's too personal for you, then tell me your favorite grass type. Mine's probably obvious. I haven't asked you guys a question in a video for a while now, and I low-key miss reading your responses, so you know, hit me up gang. Anyway, enough engagement farming, let's talk about Giacomo. Once again, my grass types are on the back foot. Not really because of the type itself, just more they get stat checked by the Starmobile, and none of them really have access to good moves that make up for it. I mean, Mint does get low kick and low sweep, and Sage also gets low sweep, but without the stab bonus, these moves are pretty lackluster. But what if I got a shiny grass type that had access to fighting type stab? Well then, we'd be in business. Ooh. Ooh. Shiny! Hey little buddy. Dude, this took forever, despite it being an outbreak. I'm starting to think, if I do a method, it's gonna take longer than just random hunting. But we did it, and it's such a cool shiny. I love Shroomish. Look at it, so grumpy. Alright, get in the ball, get in the ball, get in the ball. Get it. Ah. This grumpy gal was our secret weapon. Well, not at this very moment, but once we get rid of her attitude, she evolves into the grass fighting type Breloom. I adore this Pokemon so much. Not only is it an amazing shiny, Breloom in general is just such a good Pokemon, and its design is so good. And it's also a much needed power boost to help us out in this mid game. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Look at her nap. She's so cute. Oh, I also named her Chives. Alright. I'll stop gushing over this cutie. Let's take on Giacomo. With Giacomo starting the battle with his Pawniard, you would have thought that I would have led with Chives. But if Mint doesn't see any action, he'll destroy my fancy spring uniform. So I better keep him happy by giving him the KO onto Pawniard with a 4x super effective low sweep. This brings in the Starmobile, which has the ability Intimidate, something I didn't want Chives to deal with. But Mint can tank a hit and use U-turn, doing some pretty good damage and giving me a free switch into Chives. Unfortunately, the Starmobile uses a metal sound, lowering Chives' special defense. She can retaliate with a nasty Drain Punch, but now I'm worried about a critical hit Swift, so I switch into Sage, which I mean on the bright side does give her a chance to shine. Oof. Look, she tried okay, but she isn't much of a Pokemon until she evolves. I switch back into Chives, and one more Drain Punch wins us the battle. Thank God for Chives, or we were probably pretty cooked. For the first time in the whole run, I was feeling really confident in my shiny grass team. And this feeling only strengthens after Parsley almost solos Nemona, taking down 2/3 of her team. Bay did have to come in and take down Quaxwell, but still, one of our weakest members just farmed Nemona's Pokemons, and so, I shouldn't be asking whether I'm ready for Iono. She should be asking if she's ready for me. She leads with Wattrel, but it's basically a Temu version of Bombardier, so Bay easily fries it with a Thunderbolt. She then sends in Luxio second, and well, Chloroblast just annihilates it. Like, have y'all seen like Shin Godzilla, where it uses the atomic breath, like it goes all purple, like destroys the city? Because it really reminded me of that. Bellibolt is next, and normally it's a real pain to deal with, but grass types resist all of its attacks, so I bring in Parsley, who can set up a Leech Seed for continuous healing and chip damage. She then spams Tail Whips to lower its defense stat. This in turn also avoids boosting Bellibolt's damage with its ability, as we actually never attack it. Parsley does end up getting a bit low, but she has Synthesis to heal right back up to full HP, before finally taking the KO with a Razor Leaf and one last tick of Leech Seed damage, bringing Iono to her ace Miss Magius. I decide to send in Sage as she's holding the Assault Vest, which I thought would make her tanky enough to at least squeeze in a couple of hits. But Hex still hits really hard. It then confuses her with a Confuse Ray and she hits herself. Like, guys, I tried, okay? I really tried. Well, Mint would never pass up the chance to get his claws dirty, but that Hex on the Switch did a lot of damage. So Mint passes up the chance to get his claws dirty by tanking one more Hex and U-turning out into Chives. Miss Magius does try to confuse her, but she's holding a Person Berry, curing the confusion, letting her land a risk-free Spore, putting Miss Magius to sleep. She then stays asleep for 2 more turns, and with 2 Drain Punches, Chives wins the battle, earning us our 3rd gym badge. Unfortunately, we can't afford to stop and smell the Roserades because we are once again up against a Weed Killer. But this one doesn't use chemicals to kill our grass types. No. She uses uncontrolled fire. Normally, Mela is a super easy battle. I mean, you just get a Pokemon that can learn Rain Dance to weaken her fire types, then spam strong water type moves. But there isn't any grass types that can do that. Right? Well, there isn't one that could safely pull it off in Paldea, but there is one in Kitakami. Lotad. But, that's sort of shady, Lotad. Wait. I just spawned in. I was just about to turn off the recording. Like, I was just thinking about it. So it did this. Neither is that. Is that a shiny? You look different. You're not normally white, are you? No. You're not. That has to be shiny. It has to be, right? Alright, we'll see the sparkle. Okay, oh my god. Wait, that's kind of a cool shiny. Let me bring my mic closer. That's kind of dope. Not at all what I was looking for. I've got a Petalil Outbreak. And the Lotads. And I somehow got the Swadloon, but hey. Or, I thought one of these Petalils. Wait. Dude, I came over here because I thought one of the Petalils was shiny. Oh my god. Another one. You know what I mean? Like DJ Khaled. I'm sorry. I'm going insane. Oh my god. Okay, this is just getting silly. I just came back from a shower. I was like, oh, just leave it on, and they all kind of gather near you, right? And I notice off on the side here, shiny Petalil. That's not Petalil. Oh my god. Anyway, so that works. At least this one was one that I was kind of like hunting, like on the side. Because I had the Outbreak, so I was like, oh, I might as well just do the Outbreak while hunting for Lotad. So at least this was semi-intentional. Well, eventually Lotad had to be the one to shine. Ooh, in the water. Douche. Buddy! Alright. They can be kind of high level here. Oh, level 30. No. That's right on the cap. I'm not going to be able to evolve it. Oh my god. At least we got it. Lily here should be perfect. He can learn both Rain Dance and Surf, while only taking neutral damage from Mela's fire type moves. and we can evolve him into Ludicolo to ensure he's strong enough to pull off this game plan. Except, we can't evolve Lily. You see, he's an Unk, aka level 30, which is just right on the current level cap. So I can't level her up to evolve her into a Lombre, and therefore she can't evolve into a Ludicolo. So instead of working with these stats, I'm stuck with these. This turns Mela from a no-risk win to an extremely deadly battle. Not all hope is lost though, as there is one other shiny grass type on our team that fills at least one of the crucial criteria, and that's our gal, Parsley, as Skiddo can learn Surf. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to complain about it. So we at the very least have 2 attackers, but obviously having to rely on 2 stage 1 babies is not a position I want to be in. Nevertheless, all we can do is pray to the grass plate Arceus in the sky and hope. Before that though, look at what I found when getting Surf TM materials. Dude, I was out here farming for Surf materials and I found a little shelter. Oh my god, dude. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Well, Arceus must have heard my pleas, because when we begin the battle against Mela, it's already raining. And the environmental weather in Scarlet and Violet is permanent. It can't be turned off and won't run out, even if it looks like it does. So now Lily doesn't have to waste a turn using Rain Dance, and the rain triggers his Swift Swim ability, making sure he outspeeds Torkoal. But it just barely survives a Surf and hits a Clear Smog for massive damage. Lily can take the KO next turn, but that chip is super dangerous, especially with Mela's Starmobile entering the field. It instantly goes for a Screech, which lowers Lily's already weak defenses. So even though Surf is doing crazy damage, I'm forced to switch into our backup swimmer, Parsley. I did the math, and even after this second Blazing Torque, he should be able to tank just one more attack thanks to his Citrus Berry. So he lands a Surf, and then tragedy strikes. Okay, I should be able to survive this next one, I think, because of the rain. Parsley! What? No! Oh. I don't even think I could have done anything about that. Oh, that sucks. At the very least, I can bring Lily back in and she avenges her aquatic friend with one more Surf. In many ways, I should be happy that we only lost one shiny in this battle, but did it really have to be Parsley? She had so much to live for, so much potential, and so much hope. I'm sorry, Parsley. Please leave a rip Parsley in the comments. She would have loved that. Parsley's sacrifice means my other shiny grass types have a bright future ahead of them, and a couple of them even get to evolve, starting with Waddle, who evolves into Leavanny. And can I just say that shiny Swadloon looks like incredible? So imagine my disappointment when I see that Leavanny shiny is on the same level as Garchomp's. This is just, I feel betrayed. Like, where's the white man? Oh my gosh. Anyway, Sage does also get to evolve in this split, but unlike Waddle, she keeps her amazing shiny colors, while also getting a massive boost to her stats, with a now base 120 attack stat. So, surely she can solo Kofu. Well, it's not looking too good for her as Veluza outspeeds, lands a super effective pluck, and Trop Kick isn't even able to get the one-hit KO, leaving it with red HP. So she's forced to tank one more attack before finishing off the fish. And of course, that Trop Kick was the one that crit. Because why not? Yeah, I did help doing that 2 damage. Wugtrio is next, and it gets Sage down to 8 HP with a headbutt.
But good news, Sage can actually one-shot this time, so now Kofu is just left with his Ace Crabominable. Obviously Sage can't stay in here, so I switch into Bay, who tanks a slam like an absolute beast. And then he misses his Chloroblast, and is brought down into the red by a second slam. Okay, well, clearly none of you can be trusted but Chives, who actually gets to sleep with her Effect Spore ability on the switch. And the crab didn't wake up in time, only to find out he'll never wake up again, because 3 Drain Punches gets the KO and wins us a very, very messy 4th badge. Well, if I wasn't nervous about the Atticus battle, I sure as hell am now. Kofu was meant to be easy, like no brain, press grass type move kind of easy. And Atticus is the hardest fight in this challenge by far. Though there is some good news. I forgot about the Orthworm boss battle, so at least I can go back and deal with a relaxing fight before having to cook something up for Atticus. And while battling this big dumb worm, only one answer came to me. Torterra. A grass ground type that is bulky, can hit hard, and best of all, only takes neutral damage from poison type attacks. And yes, it would be another Masuda hunt. But the shiny gods must have seen that I was in massive trouble here, so they gifted me the Masuda hunt of my dreams. With only 2 batches of eggs, I found this.
Oh my god! Already? First batch? Let's go! Oh my god, you know what, deserved. I deserved it. After the last 2 Masudas, deserved. Honestly, I worked hard for this. Let's go. Oh my god. That's awesome. Oh, it's so cute too. Look at it. Oh my lord. Oh, it just feels good. It does.
Okay. Look at how small little Dill is. Oh, and she's female, which is super rare for starter Pokemon. So in many ways, she's like a double shiny. And well, I'd love to keep her small and adorable forever. I really need that ground typing. So I of course evolve her straight into Torterra. And yeah, she's grown in size, but it still felt cruel to put this whole battle on her shoulders alone. You see, dear viewers, there is one more grass ground type, and Dill would need its help to overcome the devil himself. I'm of course talking about the GOAT, Parsley? No, not Parsley. I'm talking about Toadscruel.
Oh my god. I was gonna go the other way too. I would have despawned it. Oh my god. Alright. Sick. Oh, thank god I didn't go the other way. I like last second thought, you know what? I'll just check this tree before I go like the other way. Grab it. Oh, alright, awesome. Oh, okay. Now we have a good like supporting character for Dill. Let's go.
I not only fully evolved Thyme, I also EV trained her, giving her max speed and special attack. I almost never EV train in my runs, so you know just how tough this battle is going to be. And honestly, if Dill and Thyme aren't enough to beat Atticus, then he probably just one-shots the rest of my team. So I was seriously nervous going into this fight. Alright legends, all we can do is pray that Dill and Thyme just have this in the bag. Since she is faster, I decided to lead the battle with Thyme. Sadly, Atticus outplays me turn 1 by hitting a Sucker Punch, a priority move that bypasses the speed tiers and it dents Thyme's HP before she's able to retaliate with an Earth Power, getting the clean 1-hit KO. His other 2 Pokemon thankfully don't have any way to outmove Thyme, so she's able to claim 2 more 1-hit KOs. Can she actually girl boss her way to a clean sweep here? Well, no, she can't. That sucker punch damage means she can only land one earth power. But I have a confession to make. Thyme was meant to die here, as I desperately needed a free switch into Dill. So with a heavy heart, I let Atticus kill our newest member of the family. I'm so sorry, Thyme, but thank you. With Dill now at full HP, there was no way to lose the battle. And with 2 more earthquakes, we've beaten quite possibly the hardest challenge yet. And it was all thanks to the Toad School in the sky. Thank you, Thyme. I know Dill will miss you the most. Well, I at least have some good news here. Mint finally evolves into his final form, becoming one of my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, Meowscarada. And with a new move that always crits, you know Mint is pumped to see some action. Unfortunately, he won't be seeing any of it in the Larry fight as I lead the battle with Bay. And I thought I was low-key cooking here by giving Bay Agility and Electro Ball, a move that does more damage the faster the user is than the target. And I thought I could get a free setup since I also thought that Soundproof would make Bay immune to Yawn. It doesn't. Well, that's really not great, as I'm now forced to switch and to start steering. I first bring in Sage, who can lower Kamola's attack stat with 2 Play Nices, before being forced to switch herself as I bring in Dill. With its lowered attack stat, Kamola really can't touch her, so she's free to set up with a Swords Dance before then sweeping Larry's whole team. Don't worry though, we'll be seeing Larry again. This part of Scarlet and Violet is mainly comprised of the final gym leaders, but one of them is the second in charge of the weed killers, so we'll have to be super careful. Before that though, we'd have to take on Rhyme, the ghost type gym leader, who also uses the double battle format. I knew I wanted to use Mint for this battle, one because he hasn't been in the last 3 big battles and he's having withdrawals, and I'm scared that I'm going to be the victim of that. 2, he's just really solid into Rhyme, thanks to his dark typing. But I needed to find him a worthy partner to stand beside him in battle. One that wouldn't take the glory, but one that wouldn't slow him down either. I knew the perfect Pokemon, and no, it wasn't this.
Ooh, wait. Shiny Fungus! Oh my god. You know what? I've always been scared that I missed a Shiny Fungus. And I'm starting to think I was paranoid. That was so easy to spot. Not what I was after though. But, you know, it's still cool. Oh, did I just quick capture? Yeah, get wrecked, buddy.
In traditional VGC, Amoonguss would be amazing, but it wasn't quite what I had in mind for Mint's battle partner. And well, my choice might surprise you.
Oh, wait. That's pink, right? That has to be shiny. It has to be. Yeah, it is. It's got pink on its bottom too. Like its middle bit. You know what I meant. Let's go. Oh my god. I love shiny dealing. Can I say that? I don't like shiny Sourcebuck, but I really like shiny dealing. I think it's so freaking cute. I also went autumn. I went autumn form because I like its like leaves on this little. I like the leaves on the autumn Sourcebuck more. Okay. It's so cute, dude. Oh, I wish it kept more of the pink when it evolves into Sourcebuck, but it just doesn't for some reason. Bloody Game Freak, man.
I'd like you all to meet Daisy the Sourcebuck. His shiny might be one of the worst so far. Like seriously, we couldn't incorporate a bit more pink into the Sourcebuck shiny. Come on, Game Freak. Regardless, he is an amazing support Pokemon, getting access to Charm and Helping Hand. But why tell you? I could show you. Rhyme opens the battle with her Mimikyu and Baynet, while I of course lead with Mint and Daisy. Turn 1 went perfectly with Mint getting the one-shot onto Baynet with a Night Slash, while Daisy lowered Mimikyu's attack stat with Charm. This effectively makes the rest of the battle a 2v1, since Mimikyu now really can't do much damage. So Mint freely gets another one-shot into Houndstone, and just to really make sure it's out of the battle, Daisy lowers Mimikyu's attack stat to -4, and Rhyme is quickly brought down to her Ace Toxtricity. And while I'm sure he didn't need it, Daisy's Helping Hand boosts Mint's Night Slash for a powerful attack that gets the third one-shot. Mint is so impressed with Daisy that he even lets him get a kill of his own by breaking Mimikyu's disguise, leaving it open for Daisy to claim the fourth and final KO for a super easy 6th gym badge. There is one Titan within this gym leader rush, the Quake Titan. So I decided it's finally time to evolve Lily into the Ludicolo she should have been from the start. And the Quake Titan does insane damage. But with Giga Drain healing, Lily was in the clear, beating phase 1. In phase 2, me and Arvin comboed the hell out of the Titan, with Lily flinching it with Fake Out for Arvin to then use Scary Face, lowering its speed enough for Lily to outspeed. And with 2 attacks, we've beaten phase 2 and it's on to Tulip. As a Psychic type gym leader, you'd think this was another easy win for our battle hungry Mint. But Tulip has 2 Pokemon with Fairy type moves, and since I'm not using Terra this game, means I can't shred that weakness. And well, this is a good excuse to do just one last Masuda hunt for another Grass type starter that also happens to have an advantage against Psychic types. I am of course talking about Rowlet, and just like Dill, I was blessed by Masuda himself, and it only took 100 eggs to find our shiny grass bird. Oh! Yes! Another quick one! Oh, Masuda. You do love me. You do. You're just like a little tsundere. You just don't want to show it sometimes. Let's go. Oh my god. It's so cute. His little bow tie, dude. Oh my god. Thank god we didn't have another Sprig or Voltorb. Woo! Okay, I know I say this like a lot, and I'm sorry, but come on. Rosemary is so freaking cute. Look at him! Look at him! The smile, the flapping wings, the colors. What a beautiful shiny. And I remember hating Dartrix when I first saw it, but it looks so good in this game. And the shiny is gorgeous. Like, I'm so sorry, Dartrix. I was not familiar with your game, like, at all. And well, I got to evolve him just one more time into Decidueye. This evolution replaces Rosemary's flying typing with the ghost typing. A much better type combo in my opinion. And man, my 3 grass starters look so good next to each other. I'm like a proud dad seeing his last kid graduate. What a moment. Anyway, enough gawking at my beautiful shinies, let's take on Tulip. Her lead Farigarath is a part normal type, making it immune to ghost type attacks, so I do have to lead with Mint. And my plan here was simple. Use U-turn and get the KO while giving Rosemary a free switch in. But U-turn doesn't KO, and so I have to switch Rosemary into an incoming attack, which ends up being the super effective Crunch. This is perfect, because if it set up Reflect instead, I'd be in real trouble. But with no defense boost, Leaf Blade can finish off the Giraffe, and Rosemary gets 3 clean one-hit KOs with a Spirit Shackle for each Pokemon. Not the most exciting battle, but it was a great showcase for Rosemary's power. Well, it was nice to have an easy battle before we go up against Grusha, the 8th gym leader and the 2nd strongest member of the Weed Killers. She'll freeze the roots of my shiny grass types if I'm not careful, and as many of you may know, I'm far from a calculated player. But I did come into this fight with some sort of a plan. I lead the battle with Chives as she's one of the few grass types that can hit ice types for super effective damage. And turn 1, I set up a sword stance, but Frostmoth retaliates with a blizzard and it connects. Surely this is the death of Chives. Of course not. I gave her the Focus Sash, an item that lets the holder live a one-hit KO with 1 HP. And with +2 in attack, a neutral Drain Punch is able to get the easy one-shot onto the Moth. Without Tailwind, I knew Beartick and Sir Titan wouldn't be able to outspeed Chives, so she's able to pick up 2 more easy one-shots. And I honestly thought it'd be the same story for his Altaria. But not only does it outspeed, it hits the 50% accurate Hurricane, killing Chives, and I mean for real this time. This was awful. Not only was Chives one of the only reasons we could even make it this far, without her I have 0 good answers to Altaria. Though I did give Mint the Assault Vest, just in case something like this happened. So I send in our Bloodthirsty Cat, and Flower Trick isn't even a 2-hit KO. We do survive the Hurricane, but it doesn't do enough damage to trigger Overgrow, which would have given it the boost needed to KO. I sat there for a while looking at my screen trying to find the line that leads me to victory, and I came up with only one option: use U-turn with Mint and send in Rosemary. I then put my hands together and pray to the grass plate in the sky, and Rosemary easily tanks the attack. He then outspeeds and lands a Leaf Blade, getting the KO, winning us the battle in our final gym badge. But it didn't come without a heavy price. We lost poor Chives, a beautiful and fragrant soul. May she rest in the great forest in the sky. Say hi to the others for me, Chives. Goodbye. We are so close to challenging the Elite Four, but there are a few more boss battles in our way. The only one that I thought I might struggle against was Ortega, as I've somehow avoided to catch any grass poison types. You know, besides Amoonguss, but he doesn't really have the damage output I'm looking for. So instead, I head back to Kitakami to catch myself Sprout the Bellsprout. My mic was unfortunately muted for this one, but I could probably do like a little recreation for you, like, oh my god, shiny Bellsprout! Yes! Let's go! That took forever! You know, I hope that sufficed as a reaction. Anyway, of course, I raised little Sprout into a big and healthy shiny plant, and I'm now more than comfortable taking on Ortega. And when I saw Sprout one-shot his first 3 Pokemon, I perhaps got too confident, as Steel Roller does massive damage and Sludge Bomb doesn't even half-shot. I do try to sneak in one more attack, but it confuses Sprout and she hits herself because of course she does. Well, I'm now forced to switch into Daisy, and she can lower the Starmobile's attack stat with a charm, making it then safe to switch into Rosemary, who finishes up the battle with a couple of Leaf Blades. This battle ends up being way more annoying than I think it will be, but thankfully the other 2 bosses were a lot easier. Speaking of the final 2 bosses, Dondozo was destroyed by 2 Flower Tricks, quickly spitting up the Tatsugiri. And while Mint does some great damage with a Play Rough, its Muddy Water does insane damage. So I know if it uses Icy Wind or Dragon Pulse, then Mint is probably dead. So he U-turns into Sage, and she can finish off the battle with a Trop Kick, defeating the final Titan. Which brings us to the final Team Star boss, Aerie. On paper, she's a pretty scary battle for my shiny grass types. But she has one weakness, and that's her Toxicroak having super effective Sucker Punch against Rosemary. This baits her into spamming it until it's out of PP, letting Rosemary get a free +6 attack, since Sucker Punch will fail unless we use an attacking move. And once at max attack, we can stall out the final 2 power points, and then we just press big buttons for big damage, beating the last roadblock to our Elite Four challenge. The Elite Four themselves are super scary, especially Hassel and the boss of the Weed Killers, Larry, as he's ditched the normal type and is now rocking the flying type, which of course counters our shiny grass types. Hassel isn't much better as we have very limited options against his dragons as they do resist our grass type moves. But there is one grass type that could save us from both of these terrible matchups. The grass ice type, Abomasnow. Oh wait, is that? Oh, that's shiny. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. It's so late. I'm so sorry. It's probably like the... It looks weird. Does Snova always have that much, like, brown on it? Oh my god, does Snova have a different gender form? Dude, I don't think I've ever noticed, like, a male Snova before. Does Abomasnow have a different form? Oh my god. Shiny Snova! I saw it. My world's been rocked. That's crazy. I legit. I didn't know. Alright, sick. Now, obviously, the ice typing is pretty good for both Larry and Hassel, but it's actually its ability that pushes it to being great. Snow Warning sets up the snow as soon as Orchid enters battle. This has a great side effect of not only boosting Orchid's defense, but also makes Blizzard 100% accurate. Now, my grass types would have to survive the first 2 Elite Four members if I want to see Orchid in action. Luckily for us, Rika should be an easy win, since she does use grass types, and her lead Wish Cash is even 4 times weak to grass, making it an easy KO for Lily and his Bullet Seed. This baits out her Dongfan, and I thought maybe with loaded dice, Bullet Seed could get the KO while bypassing the Sturdy. But it isn't even close to KOing, even if I got a 5-hit Bullet Seed. Thankfully, Lily holds on against its Poison Jab and can finish it off with a Giga Drain. Nothing else on Rika's team really threatens Lily, giving her free reign as he runs through the rest of her team. Okay, what about Poppy? I mean, we have Dill, but she gets countered by Poppy's Corviknight and Bronzong as they can't be hit by Earthquake. Well, thankfully, my goat Noob from the Discord saved me and my shiny grass types as he was able to evolve my Petalil into Hisuian Lilligant, a grass fighting type with a broken move, Victory Dance, which is basically Quiver Dance but for physical attackers, like it gives physical attack and physical defense instead of special attack and special defense. And so all I had to do was give Flower the Wide Lens, which makes her Sleep Powder effectively 100% accurate, so she can keep putting Copraja to sleep and then spam Victory Dance until she's fully set up. And if she ever gets low, she can just heal with Synthesis. And well, from here, it's as simple as pressing Axe Kick 5 times, destroying Poppy. This means we are facing down the top weed killer in Paldea. His grass kill count is so high, it got him a spot in the Elite Four. But he's about to meet the Grass Avenger Orchid. With a fully trained EV stat, he can outspeed and one-shot Tropius and Altaria. But Staraptor outspeeds, and it would have one-shot Orchid if I didn't give him a Focus Sash, allowing him to live and one-shot in retaliation. Orchid then outspeeds the rest of Larry's team, and 2 Blizzards gets the double one-shot, and we've beaten the evil group terrorizing grass types in Paldea. But we still need to prove that shiny grass types can go all the way. So of course, we have to beat our hardest matchup outside of the weed killers, Hassel. And I of course lead with Orchid once again, and I was super confident that he could outspeed everything once the Noivern was dead. And well, he can outspeed Dragalge, but Haxorus actually outspeeds and kills poor Orchid with an Iron Head. This makes things really awkward, as I was just going to Blizzard my way to victory. My next best plan was to send in Flower to put Haxorus to sleep, and then I could set up victory dances. I did only have 4 PP left, so Flower couldn't set up to max attack, but plus 4 ended up being more than enough to clutch out the fight, as Axe Kick split the rest of Hassel's dragons in half, earning me the right to challenge the champion of Paldea. Though we did have to say a very, very quick goodbye to Orchid. I mean, without him, we wouldn't have beat Larry, so thanks, buddy. I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together. Now, every time I fight Geeta, I heavily underestimate her since her team is super weak, and this always ends up in multiple Pokemon dying. And today was no different. I will say though, the start of the battle was looking great, as Mint gets a clean Oko onto Espadra with a cheeky little Night Slash. This brings in Geeta's Go-Goat, and not wanting Mint to tank a play rough, he U-turns out, and from here, I make a series of really stupid plays. And looking back, I couldn't even tell you what I was thinking, as for some really stupid reason, I send in Bay as Go-Goat sets up a bulk up. I then use the grass type move, Chloroblast, but Go-Goat has the Sap Sipper ability, making it immune and giving it an extra attack boost, and so Bay eats a +2 play rough. You'd think I'd switch here, but that would be the smart thing to do. Instead, Bay stays in and lands a super soft Thunderbolt before being murdered. This was a really disrespectful way to let Bay die, but the fight is far from over. Mint comes back in and a Night Slash gets the kill, which then baits in Avalugg. So I make another U-turn play to bring in Lily, since she only takes neutral damage from Ice-type moves. But a body press on the switch does insane damage. After a fake out, I thought the Ice Table would be in range for a Surf to KO, thanks to its awful special defense. But it's not even close, and body press kills poor Lily. Geeta still has more than half her team, by the way. Well, at least we bring that number down to half as Mint gets another revenge kill with Flower Trick. And thankfully her Veluza is another easy kill for Mint as it gets one shot by yet another Flower Trick. King Gambit is a monster though, especially with its massive boost from its dead comrades. Well, you know the drill. Mint U-turns into Flower, who almost dies on the switch to an Iron Head, but she can outspeed and one-shot next turn with an Axe Kick, leaving Geeta with her ace Gilmora, who has strong poison-type stab. I first put it to sleep with Flower to try and get a free switch into Dill, but it wakes up turn 2 and hits a massive Sludge Wave as she switches in. I legit thought that with Leftovers healing, I could press Protect on Dill and heal out of range from the second Sludge Wave killing. But this was a massive mistake, as even with the healing, a second Sludge Wave kills Dill. And so she leaves behind Rosemary and Mint to carry on without her. I can't believe I killed Dill. Well, with tears in his eyes, Rosemary enters the field, and with 2 Leaf Blades, he avenges Dill, and we are crowned as the champions of Paldea. This achievement was built on so many bodies that it almost feels empty. But then I remember that each and every one of my dead grass types gave up their lives to bring me here, and they are now resting in the eternal forest. And well, the run still isn't over, as our grass types now need to put their lives on the line to save the region that sought to kill them at every turn. But my shiny grass types have huge, beautiful hearts, and they decide to fight for Paldea. Before that though, we absolutely clobber these goobers. Like, I think Penny and Arvin were Lily just sleeping and victory dancing, and then Clive was Lilligant using Swords Dance Baton Pass for Mint to sweep, and yeah, get wrecked. Okay, I've had some really hard battles. I think I'm allowed to just say, get wrecked. You know what I mean? Anywho, the final battle against AI Sada wouldn't be as easy. She leads with Slitherwing, a bug fighting type, making it 4 times weak to Mint's acrobatics, getting the one-hit knockout. She then sends in her Screamtail, which has both fairy and ice type moves, so Mint needs to U-turn into Sprout. And Screamtail does massive damage, and Sludge Bomb doesn't get the KO, but it does poison. So So I sadly let Sprout die here, so the poison gets the kill onto Screamtail that same turn, giving me a free switch. I decide to send in Mint as Sada sends down her Brute Bonnet. I get super unlucky as it hits a Sucker Punch and Mint misses a Play Rough. Not wanting to tank too much damage on Mint, I decide to go for a 4x super effective U-turn, which barely misses the KO. If we hit that Play Rough, Brute Bonnet would be dead. Well, all I can do is send in a Moongus, who I forgot to name, so that's my bad. Anyway, she takes massive damage from a critical hit Sucker Punch before getting the KO with a Clear Smog. Fluttermane is next, but I want a free switch into Rosemary, so I just let Amoonguss die. I won't lie, I wasn't too attached to the unnamed Amoonguss, so this was an easy play. As now, Rosemary comes in for free, tanks his Shadow Ball with Assault Vest before getting the Oko with a Spirit Shackle. Sandy Shocks then also gets one shot, this time by a Leaf Blade, quickly leaving Sada with her ace and the final Pokemon of the run, Roaring Moon. I sadly have to let Rosemary die here so I can send in Sage for free. And she takes massive damage from Dragon Claw, but she can at least lower its speed with a low sweep. And I was ready to let Sage die here as well, but she toughs out the Dragon Claw to land a Trop Kick, lowering its attack. And then she toughs out a second Dragon Claw and gets the kill with a low sweep. Holy goat performance. Sage might not have done a lot this run, but that was crazy. And with that, we've beaten a Pokemon Scarlet hardcore Nuzlocke using only shiny grass types. This was so much fun. I love grass types, so I'm really glad I got to make this video. I'd been putting it off for a while because it did seem like really hard, but I'm glad I did it. Yeah, so, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching. I hope, you know, first video, I hope you enjoyed the first video of 2026. Yeah, Happy New Year as well to everyone. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then maybe check out my recent upload or whatever YouTube thinks you'll enjoy most. And as always, be kind and stay safe. See you all next time.